Okay, you guys, super excited. So this is our first Team Zoom as a presidential team. I'm so excited. Yay, yay, yay. Awesome. I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things tonight, and I titled this Let Freedom Ring. So I know that most of you guys celebrated, we all celebrated America's birthday this weekend, and that's an awesome thing. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit along those lines, and just talk to you guys about something that is just so strong in my heart for July. And then Kami Pentecost, she talked to us as leadership about the same exact topic. And I was like, whoa, okay. I was feeling that in my spirit for like some reason, right? Well, I had already talked to the leadership about this on Wednesday. And I just felt like that I needed to talk to our team about this. So I want to ask you guys before we get started tonight, if you will put in the comments one thing. I do not care if you started yesterday or if you've been in the business for 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever. I want you to put in the comments one thing about this business that's changed your life, whether it be whatever, even no matter what. Maria said time freedom. I want to see something in the comments about each person that this business, one thing that's completely changed in your life. Oh my gosh, built confidence. I love that. Confidence in myself. Get to be with my kids. Love that, Ray. Learn to dream. Took us from being homeless to no longer being homeless. Tear up. Mindset. I love it. It's one thing. Other people. Okay, being home with my kids. We're going fast. Personal development, money, build my confidence. I had never heard of personal development before this business. Paying off debt, helping my family financially, confidence, dreaming, mindset, making connections. Oh my goodness, I love it. Keep on coming. One thing that this business has done for you, for your family, just one thing that you can think of that this business has done for your family. Now, freedom to save for an extended vacation. I love that, Diane. That's so awesome. Now, you guys, I want you to put on there one way that you see this business changing your life from now into one more year. A year from now, what is one thing that you feel like you will be able to do since you have this opportunity in your lap? You have this opportunity in your hands, and you're like, in 1 year's time, I'm going to be able to do this, and it's because of this business opportunity. Pay off debt, go debt free. Financial freedom, $60,000 is going to be paid off in 1 year. Yes. 1 year's time, what is one thing? A brand new house we can buy out in the country. Husband can quit his job. I love it. Debt free, financial secure, buying some lands. Less debt for sure. Jessica's getting a house. A yes, mom. Financial freedom. Buy a house. Buy a first house. Take care of my kids or my folks financially. Financial freedom. One thing in 1 year's time, if you hang on to this business, what is one thing that you feel like? Less debt, quitting full-time nursing job. Gosh, this is going to make me tear up. A yes, mom. Disney. In 1 year's time, hanging on to this business. Buying a house in 1 year's time. I love it. I love it. Go on a big trip for 30th wedding anniversary. Plan it away. You've got this, Tammy. I love it. Pay off debt. Now, in 5 years, in 5 years' time, you see yourself still doing this business, still hanging on. What is something that in 5 years from now, you see yourself being able to do because of this business opportunity? Courtney's getting a new house. You hang on to this business opportunity, and you know within 5 years' time, you are going to be able to do something. Quit my job, doing something special with my family. Build a home, retired. I love that, Kristen. renovate my home, retire my husband, financial free. In 5 years, where do you see yourself? Going to have a paid for home and vehicle? Cassie, yes, you are, and you're still going to be so young having a paid for home and a vehicle. Travel for months at a time, retiring my husband, find a new house. I love it. Retiring my husband. Can't believe, Chrissy, you will have a child in college in 5 years. 5 years time. Oh my goodness. Are you guys looking at all this stuff? You guys, I love it. It makes me tear up. It makes me so excited. I want you guys to realize something. I have been in this business for 5 years. This year is my 5th year in the business, and I did not realize that I would be in this business for 5 years. Whenever I started this business, you guys, I'll tell you what my goal when I first started the business, okay, when I first started this business, I needed $500 a month. I remember telling Matt, with this opportunity, I'm going to be able to make $500 extra a month. I had not made $500 extra a month since we had Ada. She was 3 years old. And I told him, I'm like, look, I'm going to be able to make $500 extra bucks a month with this business opportunity. And it's going to be so life-changing for us. And that's what I needed. It's what I wanted. That's what this business did for me. When I first started this business, I started making that extra $500 a month. Sometimes my check would be in the 400. Sometimes it'd be 600, but right around that mark, I was making about $500 extra a month. I went Ruby in my first month. I worked for that $500 a month, but you know what? I worked from my phone. I worked from, actually at the time I was doing a lot of house parties, and I didn't even know what to do. Didn't even know about the products. Had not even really taken the products yet. I'd only used a wrap. And I was just going and telling every single person, I'm going to be making $500 extra a month with $500 extra. And I literally would tell everybody, my upline at the time was a double diamond. And on that monthly, that paycheck chart, that income chart, it showed a double diamond made about $6,000 a month. And you guys, I would tell everybody, y'all, I'm about to start. Now, I just started the business, okay? And I needed $500 a month. Like, that was what I needed this business to do for me. And when I first started, and I would tell literally everybody, I am going to be making $500 extra a month. Y'all, my upline, this girl I'm signed up with, she's making $6,000 a month from this work from home opportunity. And it's just insane what she's doing with this business. Like, I would tell everybody, it took me the full 30 days in this business to get all my loyal customers for my shopping spree. I signed the last customer on the 30th day, and it was my sister-in-law, and I actually told her I would get her something with my shopping spree if she would become my customer so I could get this shopping spree. And I was so desperate for that shopping spree, and I was so desperate to get a customer. Do you know why? No one would be my customer. Everybody I talked to was joining my business. I had plenty of distributors. I couldn't get anybody to be my customer. Nobody wanted to be a customer for me because I was so pumped about this opportunity to make money. You guys, and I entitled this Let Freedom Ring because I'm telling you, I was letting it ring. I was telling everybody about the freedom this business was bringing me, and I had not made my first check yet. I didn't have a clue how much money I was going to make. I saw that Ruby's made an average, it's somewhere between $300 to $500 extra bucks a month. If you get your DTs and they get their LCs, you can make more than what I could make at the beginning because it's $150 on the Fast Starts now. And so you can make $500 extra a month just by getting them DTs and them getting their 6 LCs, okay? So I was like, y'all, I'm gonna make $500 a month. My upline makes $6,000 a month. Look at this income chart. This is insane. This opportunity is amazing. And then no one would be my customer. They're like, I'm not gonna be your customer. Like, I want those greens or I want those wraps, but I'm signing up for the business because I want that money. And no one would be a customer. I had to like beg people to be customer. And everybody wanted to do the business, but I was so pumped about what this business was going to do for me. I was telling everybody about this opportunity, and not just what this opportunity was going to do for me when I first signed up, which was an extra $500 a month, which was humongous to my family at the time. That's what I wanted to do this business for. I worked hard for that $500 a month. That's what I desperately needed, that $500 a month. In 1 year's time, you guys said that 1 year from now, what this business is going to do for you. In 1 year's time, I brought my business to double diamond. It took me from April to September to sign up my first rock star. And whenever I signed up my first rock star, which most of you know was Maria Channel, I had to beg her to do the business with me, but I wouldn't let her be my customer. I wouldn't even let her. She kept trying to be my customer, and I kept sending her every product she wanted. I'm like, okay, I'll send you a facial. Okay, I'll send you this. Like, every time I talked to her on the phone, I'm like, you're not going to be my customer. You are going to be a distributor because you would rock at this business opportunity. I wouldn't even allow the thought of her being a customer she wasn't going to be my customer. Like, she was going to get all this stuff for free, or she was going to be a distributor. I wasn't allowing her to be a customer, okay? And I was like, you are going to be my DT. And I just knew, like, I don't know, I guess it was the Lord prompted me. I felt it in my heart. I'm like, you are going to be my distributor. You guys, I signed her up in September. My rock star did not sign her first distributor for the first 3 months in the business. My rock star was bringing in all kinds of customers. She could outsign me. She still to this day, she outsigns me and loyal customers all day long. It's like, she's incredible at loyal customer signing up. She was blowing me away with loyal customers, and she kept signing up and kept signing up all these loyal customers, and she wasn't getting any distributors. The only thing that we could figure out with this versus her being an incredible loyal customer person, and me, I couldn't get anybody to hardly sign up with that. Everybody I could sign up distributors. Was because, you guys, whenever she started realizing, okay, so she was dead set and pumped up about these products. She started taking the products. I didn't know she had hair loss problems. I had no clue. She didn't tell me. She just decided to start doing the hair, skin, and nails just because. And you guys, her hair, skin, and nails, come to find out, like, this product was life-changing for Maria, okay? Like, her hair, the way she fixed it when she first started versus how she's able to fix her hair now are night and day. Because she couldn't even fix her hair the way she fixes it today, the way she fixed it. And she couldn't fix it that way when she first started the business because she didn't have enough hair. She had to do it a certain way. And so this product changed her business, and she was telling every single person about all these incredible products, and she was signing them up like crazy. But when she started telling everybody about this business opportunity too, and she started getting them on board for the product, but then she switched over, and instead of allowing them to sign up for just a product, she started telling them about the business opportunity instead of just the product. Guess what she did? She signed up her rock star, which we all know is Jamie Bostic, because she did not just allow her to buy TFX. She told her, girl, you can pay for these products if you just sign up with me. And Jamie Bostic was one. She's like, no, I don't want to do the business. And she wouldn't let her be just her customer. She's like, you've got to do this business part. If you will sign up with this business, then you can just pay for that product. And so Jamie Bostic's like, okay, you know, why not? I can tell a couple people about this product and I can make a little bit of money and I'll pay for my product and it'll be free. That's cool. That's why she started. And in 1 year's time, she's changed her family's complete financial and even mindset, everything. off of because Maria did not allow her just to become a customer for Thermopite X. Honestly, you guys, I could have signed up Maria for the facial. She could have bought hair, skin, and nails for me, and I would have probably had a customer for life. She would have probably been the biggest customer of mine. But I told her about the freedom that this business was doing for me. I was excited, and I kept telling her, Maria, you can make money with this opportunity. I didn't really even know her. I knew her, but I didn't, like, we weren't friends and know her. I just knew of her because she had come to my church before. I had went to Maine one time and met her there. Met her husband, or her and her husband once. Actually, I think they were out of town. I just met her brother and them. I don't even think I got to meet her. But anyway, my point is I did not really even know who Maria was. But I kept telling her, I'm like, Maria, like, I was letting freedom ring, you guys. I was telling her about this freedom that this opportunity has brought me. Do you understand? Maria held on to this business. And in 1 year's time, in 5 months, she didn't sign her first distributor, remember, for 3 months of this business. In 5 months, she went diamond and got the diamond bonuses. And in 5 months' time, she completely changed how her family lived. I watched her come home from corporate America. I watched her start to be able to homeschool her daughter. I watched her be able to have a son in this. Since she's been in this business, she was able to have a baby. She would have never had a baby if she would have been working at the time, because she would have never wanted to leave him. And I have watched all these things happen in her life. Now we've been in the business, and it's coming up on her 5-year anniversary. She held on for 5 years. You guys, this year, Maria is actually able to live a dream life. They have picked up and moved from where they live. They are living in California. Her husband was able to go and get a job transfer with his job into California. God, like, has totally worked it all out. It was just insane. She told me this is what she wanted for 2020, and he did not have the job at the time. As far as I'm pretty sure, whenever she told me that for 2020 she wanted to be in an RV and be living in California, she can correct me if I'm wrong, he had not even applied for this job. I'm pretty sure he didn't even know about the job opportunity that he has right now.
That's correct.
She wrote it down. That's correct. I'm right. She wrote it down, and she told me, I told her I wanted her to cast a vision for 2020. And she told me, I am moving to California. In my vision, we are living in an RV with my family, and we are, in San Diego, incredible weather, 24/7. She's got the beaches. She's got Disneyland, if they would open up. She's got all the things right there around her. She is in a church that God placed her in. She's honestly, you guys, I have got to watch her live this dream life. But it's all because if I would have allowed her to be a customer, I would not have signed my rock star. Because of Maria, my business has changed. Because of Jamie Bostic, Maria's business has changed. But you guys, they started off wanting to be a customer. Another person, Savannah Forsythe, signed up as a customer. She actually signed up as a customer. And then Maria, I think, was the one running a thing, and she was saying, message your customers and send them out this message, asking them to become a distributor. And Starla had signed Savannah as a customer, and she said she just went and sent it out to all her loyal customers. Savannah had not even got her hair, skin, and nails in yet. I thought Savannah signed up as a distributor because she loved hair, skin, and nails. She's like, I hadn't even gotten my package yet. Starla said, do you want to make money with the opportunity? And Savannah said she didn't even realize you could make money with this opportunity. She didn't even know what she's going to be doing, and she didn't know we had anything besides hair, skin, and nails. And so she signed up with this business opportunity thinking she was about to be selling some hair products. But because Starla reached out to her, think about if you're on this Zoom and someone signed you up that was either me, Maria, Jamie Bostic, or Savannah, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if one of us is your upline, if one of us had signed you up in this business. Put a 1 in that chat. Me, Jamie Bostic, Savannah, Maria. Look at all the ones. Do you want to know why they're there? It's because one of us decided to tell you about the freedom that this business opportunity can bring. Now, if we didn't sign you up, but you were on their team, they're your upline. Well, I'm everybody on his upline. But put a 2 in the chat because you guys are on this team because some of us, somebody had told somebody who told somebody who you've signed up with. But it's because somebody let freedom ring. They decided to let it go and be loud about this opportunity. So many of you guys, if you wanted to be a customer, if you started out asking about being a customer with this business, drop a 3 in the chat. I would love to know how many of you guys did not even realize this was about this business opportunity. I see some 3s coming, that you wanted to be a customer. You wanted product. And they talked to you about the business opportunity. And that's why you are in this business. Put a 3 in the chat. You didn't know it was a business opportunity. Tammy's putting a 3 in there. Savannah had told her. You guys, my point of tonight's Zoom is I have just been feeling deep down in my soul, in my belly. Like, you know, sometimes you just feel this and it's just burning inside. Like I feel burning inside. There are so many more lives to change. You guys dropped in the chat things that have changed from the second you joined this business, the second you've been on this team. Some of you guys put confidence, mindset. Those things to me, those are priceless. Money cannot be put on those things. If your mindset has grown, if you have become a more positive person, if you have been built up more because of this opportunity when you first signed up, that's priceless. You're not going to find it. There's no amount of money that can be put on those things. And then 1 year from now, the goals that you guys have and the things that you have on there. And then 5 years from now, what all you guys, so I told you, so in 1 year's time, I went double diamond. I started making that average of about, I think the average now, the income is different. I don't even know what it is, but it's around $4,000 or $5,000. It really depends on if you promote during a bonus season or not on that, how much income average is different, but around 4,000 is super average for a double, even without a bonus. And so that average income that you make every single month, it's like, you guys, I started for 500. If you don't think that in 11 months time, bringing in 4,000 to 5,000 was life-changing for my family, you are crazy. It changed our family. It changed everything. It changed the way I give to my church. It changed the way I could give to my family. It changed the way that we lived completely. It changed my groceries. Our average income that we were writing down every month, you guys, in 5 years' time, our average income a month that we used to make 5 years ago, this is emotional, is what I spend on groceries today. That's my grocery budget. That was everything we made 5 years ago. And today, my grocery budget is actually a little bit more than what we made 5 years ago. In 5 years' time, I have been able to buy the SUV that I wanted. We were able to completely remodel our old home that we were able to put it on the market at top dollar because we were able to redo every single thing about it. We have been able to buy a dream home. we are able to put our kids in private school. 5 years ago, I wasn't thinking about private school. I was actually thinking about trying to make ends meet. But let me tell you something. Once my daughter started private school, I realized God gave me this opportunity, because that amount of money would have not been in the budget. And I honestly have literally no clue where it would have come from. But she was 3 when I started this business. So I wasn't thinking about whenever she was going to be going to K4. And I wasn't thinking about the budget or the income that this money was going to be allowing us to make to be able to send her to private school. Now, in this day and age, if you don't think I am so thankful for private school, I am so thankful for private school. And I am so thankful that I am able to easily afford to send her. And we know we've got Evie Joy, and she's going to private school too. You guys, this business in 5 years' time has completely changed my family. For me to say that it's always easy to every single day get up those host to post, those 10 host to post. Some days I struggle. I'm not going to lie. Some days it's like, and then for me to send out messages, and for me to make sure that I get up my stories, and for me to make sure I get in a post, or for me to make sure all those things that I have to make sure of. I have to talk to the team. I have to make sure that I've got these things going on for you guys. There's a lot of parts going on here. But I do not miss one moment with my 3 kids. I don't miss one moment. And I'm also able to say yes to all their needs. No one tells me if we can be off work. You guys, we got COVID. We had COVID. I actually promoted with COVID. We promoted while we were still being quarantined. I wasn't even able to go out and celebrate. Matt's like, what do you want for dinner? I'm like, we've got to order it in. This is terrible. Like, I wish we could celebrate so bad somewhere. We're going to go celebrate this week, actually. We got to get out of quarantine at the end of last week. But we were still in quarantine from COVID whenever I promoted in this business. But you guys, I was sick. Only a couple of the leadership knew how sick I was. I was sick. I was in my bed. I'm like, you guys, I have COVID. I am sick. And my daughter, she got it. She tested positive. My husband, do you know that I did not have to miss 1 second of this business? I had a raging headache. I guess it was last Monday night when we were on this Zoom. I mean, a raging headache from COVID. And I was on this Zoom. Did not miss it. Why? Because this opportunity has changed my life. It's changed my family's life. I would have had to be at a regular job. Well, probably not. They probably wouldn't allow you to be there with COVID. But if they would have put me off work, I have friends that can't go into work, but they're like, there's no PTO left. There's no nothing for this. And they're just out of luck. I have people that I know own their own business, and they have like a regular storefront, and they can't work. I mean, they have to shut the place down, you guys. But I could work from my bed or from a Zoom, and you guys you didn't even really realize how I was feeling that night. And I was sick, but I was here and I was present. Why? Because this opportunity has changed my life. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that it is easy every single day to get in the grind and that I just wake up and, oh my gosh, Jamie's making so much money and she just feels like getting on host to post every day, and she just throws up a thing on her wall and like 50 people comment. That's not always the case, sister. Some of those get deleted because they didn't go nowhere. Nobody commented. You know, sometimes I put up that hair post and it's like crickets. I'm like, what happened to my algorithm? Where'd it go? Like, nobody's there. And then sometimes I put it up and we get like 50 comments and I'm like, thank you, Jesus, hallelujah. But yeah, all that time on my hands with 3 small children, you know, just constantly picking up after Ezra. But you guys, I am walking around this house and I'm picking up after my son all day long, about to pull my hair out. but I'm present. I'm able to be there. Let freedom ring, you guys. I'm telling you, I want you telling everybody you know. I do not care if you just signed up with this opportunity. God is no respecter of persons. Jamie Herndon did not have a clue. I posted on Instagram once a week. I had 0 following, and I started a brand new Instagram account whenever I started this business because people were making fun of me on my other Instagram account, and I needed to be able to block all these people. So I started a private one. I didn't have Facebook. I started brand new from scratch, from the bottom. It's not like I had this following. I jumped in. I knew how to post. I knew how to edit. God sent me Maria for several reasons. One of them is because she is the queen of edits and all the apps, and she teaches me, and I drive her crazy because she teaches me too, you guys. But I'm telling you, honestly, my life has changed because of this opportunity. I want to tell the world, but I'm going to be louder and prouder in July than I've ever been in my life. In this month, I want you guys, Mark said, and he did it on his live on the 1st, and he said, let's be disruptive. And I'm like, that is the perfect word for what I'm feeling in my spirit, in my soul, and in my belly, like that feeling. What I am feeling is that word, being disruptive. Disrupting this business can disrupt your life. It can disrupt your plans. You guys, people put on here that what they've learned in this business how to do is dream again. That's me. I did not know how to dream. I did not know how to think past week to week. Like if all I could think about was an extra 100, 200, that $500 extra a month. All I could think about was that. Like that was just gonna rock our world. It was week to week is what I could think of. Now we can think of, and we are planning for, we know what this business did for us in 5 years. Imagine 5 more years. Oh my gosh, you guys, we will be double ambassadors. We will be black diamond. Like we are able to dream bigger than we've ever dreamed in our entire lives because of 5 years in this opportunity. I want you thinking outside of the box. I want you thinking about Maria that took her 3 months to sign up her first distributor, but 5 months she went diamond. That disrupted her life. I want you guys dreaming and thinking that Jamie joined this business for $500 a month. In 1 year's time, she was making $5,000 a month. That disrupted our lives. 5 years later, 5-figure paychecks. That ain't why I started this business. I did not have a clue. I started for $500 a month, not 5 figures a month, you guys. I thought people were lying about making this kind of income. But 5 years later, I've come to find out they ain't lying, baby. It's for real. That income chart is the real deal, okay? It's amazing. It's insane. And I want you guys thinking outside of the box, thinking outside of where you are right now, of what this business is doing for you right now. If it's building confidence, if it's doing those things for you, money cannot put a price tag on that. But be loud and proud. I am going to be making $500 a month. I don't care if you started yesterday. Your goal should be $500 a month for this business. That should be the bottom line. And you should be loud about it. This business, if you are wanting to send your kids to private school, if you are, a bunch of people are homeschooling kids, if you don't think that's expensive and if you don't think you need to be a stay-at-home mom because of that, I don't know, maybe I'm missing the mark somewhere. But I homeschooled for a little bit last semester because we had to, and that was stressful. I cannot imagine the poor mamas that had a full-time job and having to deal with that too. But more and more, the longer that time has went on, you guys, it has been that I mean, who knows if they don't have to come home again. Jamie Bossy, feel bad for her. I don't feel bad for you. You're quitting your job. But you guys, I'm telling you, we have got to be loud and proud. You've got an opportunity in your hands. And if all you need to do is to say, you know what, my upline, that's what I did. I lived off of my upline. I said, I am making $500 a month. I had just started. I couldn't get anybody to be my customer, remember? You know why? Because I was so loud about making $500 a month, and that my upline was making $5,000 a month. My upline was making $5,000. I was making $500, and everybody else wanted to join in. They wanted to do it too. Now, did everybody stick, and is everybody still here? There's like a couple of us. That's why I can say that, you know, Maria has stuck it out with me. But the ones that have stayed and they have consistently done this business can tell you their lives have changed. If you give us 1 year, we can change your life if you consistently do the work and what we say. But you guys, you have got to be so loud. Let freedom ring. Be loud and proud and tell every single person. Don't just allow people to be your customers. I want you telling everybody that hosts a post for you, that does the host a post, I want you telling them, hey, did you realize this is what I do to make an income, girl? You would rock at this. Do you want some more information? Do you want some money on how you can actually be paid for posting like that? Would that interest you to throw those kind of posts up and make some extra income? And ask your friends to post like that for you? Would that interest you? Some money for doing it? Like, yeah. Do you want to know how I'm able to stay home with my kids? Do you want to know how I'm able to do X, Y, and Z, whatever it is? You want to know how I'm able to pay for groceries monthly by posting on social media? Would you like to know? You guys, I'm telling you, you have got to be so loud about this opportunity. If I wouldn't have asked Maria, think about all the things that would have been different in her life, and not just her life, my life. If she would not have asked Jamie Bostic and just allowed her to buy TFX, think about how different not just Maria's life is because of Jamie Bostic, but because she asked how different Jamie Bostic. We got a different woman on our team than what signed up. Okay. In 1 year's time, 2 double incomes. You think double just changed my life? She's going double. Savannah, double. She's got 2 double paychecks coming in every single month. That's life changing. And not only have we all had our lives changed, but I saw a bunch of 1s and 2s in there that your lives were changed because they said yes and because they were asked. I want every single person on this Zoom tonight, I want you to be so fired up about, I pray that you feel the same fire in your belly. If you can feel it, put a fire in the chat. I like for you guys to be commenting with me. Put a fire in the chat if you can feel what I'm talking about. But I want you guys, if you can feel a fire in your belly, that you are not going to just allow somebody to get a TFX. Don't allow them just to try your coffee. You guys, it's not just about your coffee. It's not just about them going and being skinny. Some of them have a skinny bank account. It's about changing their lives. Some of them are wanting confidence, is why they're wanting that TFX and that skinny coffee. Some of these people, they're wanting a difference in their lives. And you hold the key. You have the freedom to change their lives in your hands by this opportunity. Offer it. I beg you. I plead with you. There is somebody else. There's another Jamie Herndon out there. There is another Maria. There's another Jamie Bostic. There's another of every single one of you guys. I have watched you guys just blew my mind and made me tear up in the comments that you said that this business has already done for you. And some of you guys just signed up. And I see what this business has already done. And then you've told me what in 1 year's time, what this business is going to do for you. That fires me up. And then to see what you guys are going to do in 5 years. Oh my word, my mind gets blown, you guys. But I know I'm living proof of what can happen in this business between when you sign up to 1 year's time to 5 years time. You just have to ask and tell everybody else about the freedom that you have your hands on, because they might walk into this business and not only change their own life, but they might change your life in the process. They might decide, hey, my mom's life, my mom needs this, my sister needs this, my aunt needs this, I know this person, I know that person, or I don't know anybody. But I'm going to get on social media and I'm going to tell it all. And whenever they want to buy TFX from me, I ain't letting them. When they want a facial from me, I am not letting them buy no facial from me. Girl, this will change your life. Like, would extra money interest you? If they say yes, that's all you need. The $99 kit will never stop somebody that honestly needs to make an extra income, because I sold my kids used clothes for this money. I sold my kids used clothes on Instagram to get this money to sign up with this business, because I didn't have an extra $100. I did not have it. And my husband was not giving it to me because he didn't even believe in this opportunity, told me that I was being scammed. I didn't care. I found this business because I was praying to God for a difference in our income. I was having to go back to work. I was going to leave 2 babies and go back to work. And it was something I was praying not to do. And I signed up with this business. I sold those 2 babies used clothes on social media, and I made that $100, and I took that $100 and I signed up with this business. And I got so loud about the fact that I was going to be making $500 a month, $500 a month, $500 a month. I told everybody. In 1 year's time, I'm going to be making $5,000 a month. And I was. Now, 5 years later, you guys, our lives are forever changed because of this opportunity. I am standing here to tell you this opportunity is so real. This opportunity, in 1 year's time, you can go from needing $500 a month to making $5,000 a month or more in this business opportunity. I don't care if you just started yesterday and your 1 year is going to be in a year from now, or if you've been in this business for 3.5 years and you are saying, starting today, I am going to believe that in 1 year's time, I will completely change how my family lives in this business and in this opportunity. I will not let go, and I will work every single day, because I'm not working for my 500 for today. I'm working because of my 5,000 in a year. I'm working because of my 5 figures a month in 5 years. And I am going to change every life I can get a hold of in the process. You guys, our team enrollments, volume, y'all are blowing it out of the water. Y'all are already ahead on this month from last month. I'm telling you, I am so pumped up. I'm so proud. I'm so excited. I'm so all the things. But we are going to be changing more lives than just skinny. We are not looking for people that just want to lose weight and that want to be healthy. We are looking for people that want a fat bank account but a skinny belly, okay? That's what we're looking for. They're needing a skinny belly and they got a skinny bank account. We are looking to change both of those things for them. We are looking to change everything. I don't want to just change your wealth, your health, sweetheart. I want to change your wealth. And I want you guys to grasp a hold of the fact, hey, Jamie ain't nothing special. She don't even know how to hardly work that Instagram thing. She don't know how to make all the fancy, awesome things. Maria's constantly having to train her and help her out, and she's constantly having to do YouTubes. And, you know, I mean, I'm telling you, I am a hot mess mama. But if I can make 5 figures a month, so can you. This opportunity is so real. But if you aren't ready to change other people's lives, your life will never change. You have got to be so ready to change others' lives. You've got to be so excited about the fact that not just your life is changing, but you're telling so many people about the fact that your life is changing. they're ready to change theirs too. Let freedom ring, you guys. Let it ring. Let everybody you know, and go and tell them. If you are about to do that, I want you to drop some more fire emojis. I love that one. That was like, I feel like we're all on fire to go through here and see these. I love it, love it, love it. So if you were going to go out and let everybody know, you guys, I want you to do that. I'm so excited. So I told you guys just a tiny portion of something that I did. I let everybody know about this opportunity, and I try to let more people know, but I'm talking to myself. I'm like, you know what? I am changing more lives in July than I've ever changed before. I'm signing up more distributors than I've ever signed up. That's my goal. It's more distributors than I've ever signed in 1 month's time. That's what I'm doing in July. I am changing more than just their number on the scale. I am changing more than just health. I am interested in changing a life completely. That's my goal, and I want that to be every single one of your goal. So I just told you guys a little bit about how we were able, and we changed, and our budget totally changed. And now what we used to make in a month is even a little bit less than our food budget a month. Like, that's something that's completely changed our lives. But also the way that we are able to give has completely and entirely been changed. And so Matt actually was just talking to me tonight. I'm going to have him come over here and talk to you guys. You want to grab a chair? I had him, or he was telling me tonight, he's like, I want to talk to you too about this sometime. I'm like, you know what? I'm the one talking to them tonight because I just feel it. And whenever I feel it, I just got to go for it. Sometimes I'm like, y'all might think I'm crazy, or I might not get my point across, but I'm going to just, when I'm feeling it, I got to do it. So, and I told him, I said, I want you to join me, and I want you to talk about this. So he is going to talk to you guys about a goal that we were able, something that we were able to do. And this is something that's near and dear to his heart. So it'll be better for him telling you guys. And he's going to tell you guys a little bit about something.
Hey! Hello. Now listen, fortunately, I'm not nearly as long-winded as Jamie. So this is going to be a whole lot shorter.
He doesn't have as much wisdom.
No, I don't have nearly as much to say. But no, talking about freedom. How do we find freedom? That's what everybody wants to know. Freedom in all ways. But one of the biggest things is financial freedom. I want to tell you just real quickly how I believe we've found a way to be blessed. You know, what were you doing? Fire? Give me another emoji. If you want,
the money bag.
Give me the money bag. If you want true, real blessings, and I mean this genuinely. I mean blessings financially, blessings spiritually, how to have a blessed life. Now, if you're not very familiar with our team or with us, welcome. You must be pretty new. If you're not, I want you to know that we are a very Bible-based family. And in doing so, a very Bible-based team, we hope and we pray. We believe everything in the Bible, and we believe we live the scriptures. And one of the ways that we live the scriptures, there's several ways. But some of the basics, daily prayer. You know, the Bible says, give us this day our daily what?
Prayer.
Bread.
Bread.
I said, we
bread.
don't always know scriptures, but give us this day our daily bread. We've got to have that bread. We've got to have that nourishment. We've got to touch God on a daily basis. The Bible says it. You know, there's nothing like on a daily basis reaching that feeble hand up to a big God and making that connection and making that, feeling that power. And when you do that, you know, the Bible in Kings, the Bible says God gave Solomon. This is something that we pray daily, and I encourage you to do the same thing. God gave Solomon wisdom and understanding. And the Bible doesn't say just a little. It doesn't say just a bit. But the Bible says he gave it exceeding much and largeness of heart. And not just largeness of heart, but even as the sand that is on the seashore. So that daily prayer, praying for that wisdom, praying for that understanding, you know, these are the basics. Another second thing, and I'm going to move on, is giving 1/10 of your increase. If you are not doing those two things, you're completely out of Scripture. You're out of the Bible, out of line. And if things are not in line, they're not going to jive and they're not going to flow. Making that daily connection, making that daily prayer. And then the Bible talks about giving 1/10 or 10% of your increase. bare non-essentials. You can't go anywhere without those two. But real quickly, I want to talk to you about a third. Now, this is something that we had a preacher come and preach several years ago about this. And after it was over, our bishop, stood up on the platform and he said, look, this is not a requirement. He said, if you have this in your heart, great, but we're not telling you this is an absolute requirement, an essential. But several people, and I'm thankful to say we took it and ran with it. And it's just giving in addition to that basic 10%. And not only giving additional amount, but setting a goal for what you want to give of your finances to the Lord. To your church, when I talk about that, I'm talking about giving of tithes, offerings to your church. Several years ago, what year did you start at Works? 2015. 2013. Let's back this up several years. 2013. Now, I'm going to be very transparent. I'm not going to be long. I told you I'm not nearly as long-winded as Jamie. But I'm going to be really transparent for just a moment because I want y'all to know how real this is and how genuine we are with this. But 2013, we got our tax statement back from the church, our contribution report. You know, if you give a tithe, it's tax deductible and so forth. We got our tax statement back, and it showed that we had given like $20,000 that year. Now, I told you, I'm going to be very transparent. We've talked about this at the church. This isn't anything new. But we had given $20,000 that year. And I stood back, and I was somewhat, and I don't want to sound braggadocious or anything like that, but I was proud and thankful for what we had done without really stretching or trying. And Jamie and I talked about it that night, and we said, you know what, I wonder if we were able to give $20,000 this year, I wonder what would happen if we stretched that 50%. And we set a goal that night for that next year, the year 2014. We wanted to give $30,000 to the work of God. Now, for some of you, that might be a small amount. For us, it was huge. I mean, something we had never done. 20,000 was a record for us. 30,000 was unbelievable. I mean, that's a 50% growth, which means a 50% growth in your income. And what happened through that year, we started watching. Once we set that goal, and that became a focus, a big focus, we watched the blessings of God open up. She hadn't started at Works yet. So in my business, we just watched the blessings of God open. I was popping deals that I wasn't expecting, had nowhere on the radar at the time we set that goal. And we started watching, and the numbers started adding up. And at the end of the year, we're talking December, last week of December, last 2 weeks, I was calculating in my head what we had given because, 30,000 that was my number. That's what I dwelled on almost daily of what I wanted to give to the work of God. And at the end of that year, the best I could calculate was we were at like 27 or 28,000. And I was heartbroken. We're talking last 2 weeks of December. I'm literally repenting to God, telling me how sorry that I was that we did not hit that goal. January rolls around, the end of the year is over. We knew it was done. I knew we hadn't hit our number. And we get our tax contribution. I'd actually called, asked if I could get it early because I wanted to see what it was. They were wondering why this crazy guy was hounding them over it. But I get to the church, and I'll never forget it. I picked it up from our bookstore and was walking to the car, and I tore the envelope open, pulled out the sheet of paper, and I read $30,144. And I shouted, I screamed. I'm crying right now. I screamed. I was so excited. You don't know what that did. But I found out that God blessed our efforts. We had no way at the beginning of the year for that to happen. And that was 2014. 2015, we said, all right, God, if you gave us that last year, what are you going to do this year? And for some reason, it's like the rug got yanked out from under us. All of a sudden, all the deals that I had working and everything that I had going, and we were looking for another big year, everything just crumbled, and it just fell completely out of our hands. And our pastor was preaching at the time about God will put you in the process of life. And we just kept saying, we're doing right. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing, but everything's crumbling. Well, it was right at that time when we were trying to figure out what's going on and grasping at thin air is when this opportunity came. And Jamie started this at Works. We told the story. Y'all know we were in a huge financial crunch, and that was it. That was one. but it was 2014 was when she started. And then we kind of got back on track. And I can honestly say from that year on, we have continued to set huge goals in our giving. And sometimes it seems crazy. And sometimes it has seemed like such a stretch. And can I tell you, ever since then, we have hit, every year we grow our goal. And we have hit almost every year. Now, sometimes I've put some pretty crazy stretch goals out there. And this year, can I tell you, we hit one of the biggest goals, the biggest goal by far we've ever put out there. God blessed us, and we hit it last year. And let me tell you, in the next few years, I'm saying this in faith, and I told you, I'm being very transparent right now because I want you to see how real it is for us. But in the next few years, my goal is to give $100,000 in 1 year to the work of God. That's not because of us, and it's not for us, but it's in order to bless Him. And here's what I want you to get a part of. Here's what I want you to grasp. When you set this goal and you are genuinely, hungrily wanting to bless the kingdom of God, God will raise your income to meet that goal. He'll raise those opportunities. He'll raise that your ability to give in order to set these goals. Now, what I'm telling you tonight, don't just think about it, laugh about it and think, okay, I'm going to make up a number. Pray about it. Write that number down. Put it on your mirror in your bathroom. Put it in your dashboard of your car. I want this in front of you where every day you make that daily bread. You connect that feeble hand up to that big God. And you pray and you're giving of your 10th, but you're also stretching and doing everything you can to reach that goal. Because if you hungrily and you genuinely want to give to the kingdom of God and give abundantly, He'll come through. And so what she's been talking about freedom and being able to just have freedom in every aspect, I'm trying to put the legs to that right now. I want you to have that freedom of giving. Because when you have freedom of giving, everything else is going to fall into place. Like if we hit that goal, like I said, this is very transparent. If we hit that goal of $100,000 in giving, it's not because we're going to be making $120,000 that year. It's because God's taking care of the rest. But can I say that as we stretch and we pray and we fast and we do everything that we can in addition, He's making up every bit of this. We've got opportunities that have just popped up. Presidential! That's the next step in this giving. What is it for you, though? Is it ruby? Is it emerald? Is it diamond? Figure out what is a goal that you could give this year and then stretch that. Like I said, 30,000 was a 50% increase. It was unheard of, and God did it. And He set us up to be able to give even more. So I'm going to quit now, but seriously, pray about it. Think about it. Figure out what is a goal for you and work toward that this year. We're still halfway through. You've got exactly half the year left. Think about it, pray about it, and push for it. And pray that God will meet that gap, because we can't do it without Him.
You guys, there's so many of you that are even messaging, and I'm getting private messages of some of you guys that are sending stuff to me. And it's of goals that you have set or that you want to set, things that you want to see. And I'm telling you, you cannot change your own life without changing somebody else's. You guys, we did not realize what in the world that God was going to do with us and through us. 2014, our world was crumbling and shattering. 2015, the first few months of 2015 were hard. We had our baby at the end of 2014, and let me tell you guys, she got sick, and those bills were rolling in at the beginning of 2015, and we didn't know what in the world was going to happen. We had just hit an incredible financial goal, and with our giving, and then it was like he said, everything, the rug was just taken out from underneath us. We didn't think we'd even hit that goal. And the rug was, and then 2015, God presented this opportunity to us through prayer and I was just like so desperate for something to change our lives. But if we would not have changed so many other lives, if I was not so loud about that $500 a month, $5,000 a month, like you can make awesome income with this and telling everybody else, our lives would have not changed. Because some of you guys are on here right now and your life has totally changed. I know how it's changed. I know so many of you guys that I personally signed up are on here. I'm looking at you and I'm sitting here thinking, I know what your financial situation was when you started. And you told me you didn't have the $99 to start and you had to sell some stuff, or you had to put it on a credit card, or you had to borrow it. And then today, the way that your life has changed and the way that you're able, but the way you are able to give is completely life-changing. Is everybody else got sound? Shake your head, yes. Okay, good. But in order for your life to change the way that we're talking about, in order for us to give 100,000 a year, that's a goal that is very close. We're getting there, you guys. But I'm telling you, the thing is, and the reason why we want to be able to give 100,000, and the reason why we know we're going to be able to give that, is because we're going to go out and we're going to change as many lives as we can change. And while we're changing others' lives by telling them about this opportunity, it is changing our life in the process. When somebody wants to be your customer, you guys, all I'm asking and all I'm telling you is to say, hey, would you like to make money with this? Would you like to make money to pay for those products? Change another life. And do like Matt said, if you start writing it down, God will raise your income to meet that. If you say, God, if you've not been given a 10th of your tithe, if you've not been given a 10th of your income, start. I promise you, you might not know where the money comes from, but it is like your money will stretch so much further. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody else on here? You guys, we have not had the money for the 10% before. We didn't have it. It just wasn't there. We're like, oh my gosh, Matt's sitting here trying to give an extra offering, and I'm over here on the other end knowing that we ain't gonna be able to go buy milk. Like, we don't have anything extra. He's literally given our last dime before. I've always said, people say, do the Dave Ramsey. I'm like, if Matt has, he will dump all the envelopes in the tithe thing that comes by. He cannot have cash. Cannot have cash. I'm like, here's your weekly allowance. He's like, give it to God. He'll feed me. I'll fast the rest of the way. I'm like, I'm not fasting.
I'm not fasting either.
I'm not fasting all week. Don't be giving it all, okay? He will give every last dime to God. But I have watched over and over again. I have been reluctant before and been like, ooh, we need to slide back on the reins. I'm watching the account. I know what. And he has given, and I have watched God turn around and drop a blessing. And it's almost like God trying to prove to me, I'm going to take care of my own. And when you give to me, you can't outgive me. If you're not giving your 10th, do that. But if you do this stretch goal we're talking about, if you set an amount and you say, God, I'm giving this amount. In 2020, whenever everything under the sun was so crazy, I set a stretch goal and I said I was giving God's kingdom this. And I didn't even start it till we only had 6 months left. And within 6 months' time, I was able to give XYZ to the church and to the kingdom of God to further his kingdom and for him.
And you know what we're talking about is, for what a man sows, that shall he also reap. So whether we're talking about in giving or in posting, this is the law of the harvest. What you sow is what you're going to reap 100% of the times. And how much, this is proportional. How much you sow is how much you're going to reap, but exponentially. Our pastors talked about, they expect when they sow and plant some corn seeds, they don't expect just to double their sowing and double their harvest. They expect a 100-fold increase. That's the law of the harvest, is exponential. So take advantage of that in your giving and in your working. What you sow is what you're going to reap.
And we're so excited, you guys. Our team is already, we're 6 months into 2020, when crazy things have been going on all over the world. Our team has been so blessed. We have had more promotions than we've ever had in our lives on this team. Our team is already at a place that it's never been. This is the part that he's talking about. It's just the part that the last 6 months of the year, I believe with all of my heart, with everything in me right now, and I'm telling every one of you, I believe with all my heart, this team has seen nothing. I believe they preached it last night. He preached, the half has not been told. And all I could think of was that is with my team. I believe the half of 2020 has not been told. The blessings have already been unbelievable this year. But I'm telling you with all my heart, did anybody else feel it? Anybody feel what I'm talking about right now? I've got chills. I feel like the half has not been told for this team. We have seen unbelievable things happen, but we have not even touched the iceberg of what God can and will and wants to do through us and with us. And it has not even been told yet, you guys. If you are ready to see a harvest like you've never seen, put a stretch goal up there and go and tell every single person about this opportunity. God will lead you the people that are going to blow your lives up and to change your life and to change your business. Whenever you start telling him, hey, God, I need to reach this goal up here. Like, put it up there. Like, God, I'm giving this. And so I need you to stretch my income, and he'll do it every time. He will not leave you. He will not forsake you, you guys. It's going to happen. The half has not been told. Let freedom ring. Tell everybody you know all about this opportunity, because it is absolutely life-changing. We're living proof. I love you guys so much.
Absolutely.
I'm so fired up. We're a presidential diamond team, but the half has not been told. We're going ambassador. We're changing more lives than ever. I love you all so much. Have a fabulous Monday night. And we are so ready, because this week we are signing up more distributors than we've ever signed up before. We're setting records. I'll tell you guys, I'll go through there. I'll find up our largest week we've ever had, and we're about to blow it out of the water. I love you guys. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.